Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to an exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring your host, Locarthemanbeast. Oi. Also featuring me, Jason Statham.
From the Meg 2?
I just went and saw it.
No.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's like Fast and the Furious bad.
Okay. I thought,
but like beyond that.
I was watching clips of it. Is there at some point like a kraken that it fights?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. I was like, oh God, what is happening right now?
There's this one point where it looks like a Renaissance painting, how the lighting is. Jason Statham is riding like a 10-foot swell on a jet ski, holding a makeshift harpoon going straight at, but like it's like this. I don't think it was in slow motion, but you know, like when you see like a car wreck and things seem to go in slow motion. Yeah. It was so stupid that it looked like it was slow motion. I was just in awe of how stupid everything was. But like in the same respect, I just laughed the whole time.
Did you ever see the first one?
No.
Oh, okay. I watched the first one. I was like, what in the fuck did I just get out of watching? I was like, it's at the point now where Statham's career is at a perfect level where he could just do whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're not making any more transporters, but I mean, you've got like the Fast and the Furious money. Guy Ritchie's going to cast you in everything he does regardless. So, I mean, fuck around, do what you want.
I feel like
that cash cow.
But the fact the Meg came out was like, bro, that like it was as close to B tier as you could potentially get. And then they came out with the second one. Was like, you motherfuckers doubled down, and they like doubled down hard, man.
You know what it is?
Huh?
It's that China money.
If it's there,
there's a whole there's like Top Gun. They had to take off like the Taiwan flag, and like John Cena had to like apologize because he acknowledged Taiwan as a country, like shit like that. This whole movie was funded by China. Like everything was back to like Chinese scientists. Even the Chinese got like half of it was in Chinese.
Yeah.
And like the Chinese got
the little girl is Chinese too in that movie. I think, yeah.
And that's Jason Statham's daughter, but yeah, she's Chinese. And then fucking like the uncle, like the whole thing was just. Even taking it with a grain of salt, like when you watch a Fast and the Furious movie, you're like, I have to realize this is not real life. They live by a different like laws of physics. Vin Diesel can catch a car.
Yeah, they live
even by trying to accepting the fantasy world they've created. You're like, come the fuck on.
Yeah, no, I watched like a couple clips for that movie, and I was like, I will actively avoid that one.
Have you seen? Is it I Spy or Spy? Also with Jason Statham and like Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, that's great.
So you know how Jason Statham, he's like, I was in the underground poison club where we drank poison, and I drank so much poison before joining the poison club that no poison could kill me. And like he talks about like I got my arm ripped off falling from a plane, and I sewed it back on with me other arm. Like that is like the whole like. That's what that movie is.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of ridiculous shit that Jason Statham just yelled at somebody.
Yeah. That movie's awful. I fucking hate that movie. The I Spy or whatever the fuck it is. Audrey was watching it the other night, literally probably like 2 nights ago or something like that.
I was too.
Are you
I'll watch it every time just for the Jason Statham lines.
That's exactly right. With the favorite part is the very ending of that movie after like credits roll or whatever the fuck it is.
They wake up next to each other.
She's like, oh, shut the fuck up. You liked it.
Oh man.
Oh God. How you been, man?
Dude.
Yeah?
Smack my ass and pull my hair, daddy.
I forgot that my phone says that when I plug a phone in her. Anyways, we can leave that in. I thought it was on silent. The magnet almost quenched.
Oh.
So over the weekend, the machine was shut down for 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Which means patients stacked up, which means my Monday was absolute shit.
Okay.
And then today wasn't much better. I think I cleaned up probably 3 to 4 liters of piss,
Okay.
which ironically isn't even turning out to like that's not even that much out of the ordinary anymore
Yeah,
for
I
me
was
for
gonna
some
say.
reason. I get
Sounds-
peed on a lot.
I mean, are you into it?
No, dude.
You haven't developed a fetish for it yet?
No, I've tried to even like make jokes about it, and even but like when the smell,
Ah.
like the UTI smell,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! I bleached like 9 times today. I bleached my skin. I just bleached everything, and then I bleached again, and I bleached again, and it's like once it's there, that was at 8 o'clock. I left it 7:45, and I still smelled it.
But it sticks into your fur.
Oh, I took the hottest of showers
Yeah.
and just fucking like broke out like the new loofah where it still has like the plastic on it,
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Nice
like
and
the
tight.
real hard fucking
yeah.
like
It has to give it up.
you feel like you're in fucking like the Da Vinci Code. It feels like you're flogging yourself. Like it's so I'm sorry for my sins as you're fucking scrubbing.
Bro, the best loofah I've ever purchased in my entire life. I probably bought it, I don't know, 5 years ago at this point. It's one of those fucking stupid Axe loofahs that has like, it's got like sandpaper on the back basically, and the other front of
Yeah.
it is like a really tight, coarse, like made from the wires from the inside of tires as they start to like rip apart.
Yeah, steel wool.
Holy shit, dude. It is phenomenal. It's also lasted 5 years. Like women, I don't know what the hell you're using with your damn loofahs to give up after like 3 months. But that sucker will. Do you ever remember the commercial for that thing when it first came out? It was a couple.
The shiny Heidi.
No, it was the how to clean your balls.
Oh, with JB Presley.
Yeah.
It was like the
Yeah,
Axe commercial.
the Axe
Oh,
commercial.
okay, I know what you're talking about.
That's the one I bought. I bought it from that commercial because I was like, oh, this is a great fucking commercial. Great advertisement. Has lasted its entirety since that commercial.
I think it's like half tennis ball, isn't it? Like there's like that one side. It's like that coarse.
It's not
Tennis ball.
It is anything but a tennis ball. It is literally like the best way I can describe it is, you know how Velcro has like the fuzz part and then the part it sticks into? It's the part
Yeah.
it sticks into. You just rub it on your skin.
If you read the instructions, you're not even supposed to use that. That's to attach to Velcro on the wall.
Bro, you can scrub. It'll scrub calluses off feet, like that back end of that pad.
Ooh.
And you just rub it underwater. It stays clean. And it's just been
Built or tough.
That's exactly right, man.
How have you been? Are you almost done?
Yes and no. Yes, I am almost done. So when this goes live, tomorrow being Saturday, will be move-in day. So everything that I missed, which I'm sure there's some, will come filtering on back, and we'll have to play catch up a little bit. For the most part, everything is like all my paints and cleans are done, aside from like 6 apartments that I missed being like I just didn't have them in a list, or I didn't get keys and just stuff. And I already kind of planned for having up to like 10 units I was going to miss. I just knew it was going to happen. There's so many of them. It just happens. So we're going back and hitting those. I've got most of all the tubs done. Most of all the floors are done. There's a couple of like side tracks that have kind of come in that we're going to knock out. Pretty easy shit. I think the only thing I have on my plate, so starting tomorrow, which for this will have been Wednesday, is furniture moves. So the property's taken a long time to try and get their placements all squared away. And so figuring out which people go into what apartments, and then finding out if they have furniture package or not, and then making sure that their unit, if they purchase a furniture package, I think we might have talked about this last week. I don't remember. Everything from last week was a blur. But it's like $50 for a furniture package, gets you bed, dressers, chairs, couches, fucking $50 a month. Added on top of your rent, but it gets you a TV, like a pretty nice TV. It's not a great TV, but it's a pretty nice TV.
Yeah.
Bed sets, dressers, whole 9 yards. So like for a college student who basically has nothing,
it's huge.
It's huge. It's fucking huge. You don't have to go out and buy anything. You just have it there available. So that's dope. unfortunately, I just got the list today, pretty much finalized and updated, and there's like 60 apartments I have to move. And the problem is like, it's not just like, hey, this place needs a furniture package. It's, we place someone in here that needs a furniture package. Please place furniture in there. But we've also placed someone in a unit that has furniture that doesn't need a furniture package. So please take that furniture out. And so it's going to be a lot of like musical
Doing the Cupid shuffle.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking not excited for it. But 60 units and I have 3 days to get these taken care of. So basically, I have a crew coming up tomorrow morning, Wednesday, that has to move 20 units of furniture a day, basically. I'm just like, all right. And the office is still kind of like, kind of shuffling some people around. Like, oh, we can't really place that person there. We got to move them over here. Like, oh, we fucked up on this, so we got to put this over here. So it's like, I know for a fact I'm going to be pulling units, like furniture out of units, and then getting a phone call like, actually that furniture needs to go back in the unit, and putting it right.
Then you can do it. I've marked it off my list.
I've already done it once. I think it was last week. We had a unit where this girl, oh my God. So this girl's apartment, she's a really nice girl or whatever. Me and the manager walked it. She has sticky notes all. Okay, I want to get your hot take on this. You move in, your new roommate coming into a unit, and you walk in, and the first thing you walk into is a note on the little fucking coffee table. And it's basically saying, hey, welcome. My name is such and such. I'm your new roommate. Everything is already laid out. This is where everything is. If you have any questions, feel free and call me. Here's my number. Here's my email. Be in touch. What I've done is I've gone ahead and labeled all of the cabinets and everything, so we have equal stuff. So your cabinets are labeled with this mark. My cabinets are labeled with this mark, so you can feel free to store your stuff in there. And as you move through the apartment, there's fucking sticky notes on everything. This light takes care of this. This light takes care of this. Blah 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 blah. How would you feel walking into that for the first time?
It's a lot.
That's a lot, right?
It's a lot.
I never met this person. I actually am never meeting this person. I'm just walking into sticky notes. I'm not even shaking hands with that person.
I feel like it's a great idea.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's a conversation that could be had. The sticky notes really give off a weird vibe.
Weird vibe, right? Not only that,
especially like too many, you know? If it was just left at the cabinets, maybe.
Right. It's in the bathroom.
But like this
side is my sink. This side is your sink.
A sticky note on like the thermostat. I prefer to keep it at this exact temperature. I prefer this. And you're just like, I'm not. It tells you like what you're going to be dealing with.
So this girl, right? And like everybody on the property,
or she's a genius. She doesn't want anybody to move in with her, so she does it. Like,
yeah, that's exactly right. That's the only thing I could think of. So my whole thing is like, it'd be fucking totally cool until I accidentally put a fucking cereal box in your fucking cabinet, or I grab the mustard out of your cabinet and put it in my cabinet, or some shit like that, and then it just fucking derails. I don't want to have to come home and be like, hi, we have to have a talk. Today I saw my Capri Suns were moved over to the left, and you know that my space in the refrigerator is to the right. I'd really appreciate if you don't move my Capri Suns over from the right to the left. If I had that conversation, I would just fucking everything on the ground and just be like, fucking figure it out from here. Now that's me. There's some people on the property that are like, oh, she's such a nice girl. Oh, this is so sweet. I would love to have a roommate like this. Okay, maybe. So they moved this girl into her unit. First off, this girl is the grossest fucking person I've ever met in my life.
The roommate to this person? Yes, that's what I was hoping for.
Oh, and she is foul, dude. Foul. She's so gross, dude. And
I hope she's just bringing home dudes and fucking throwing empty condoms everywhere.
I don't think it's anything like that, but man, like she answered.
One can hope.
She answered the door, and it was like, not really wearing clothes, but like it was like whatever. And I was like, okay. But all of her stuff. Now the girl that lived there, she has sticky notes. What would you imagine her apartment to look like? Immaculate, right?
Yeah.
Immaculate. Beautiful. It was a beautiful apartment. I was like, oh, this is actually a really nice apartment. It's clean. It smells nice. This girl moves in. The entire unit now smells like cat piss.
Yes.
So I was like, oh,
Dude, you gotta get some fucking cameras in the corners
Oh
of that
my
fucking
God.
place.
I'm like, no. So not only that, we come to find out the unit had a bunch of furniture in it. Well, her old roommate and her, the sticky note girl, weren't paying for a furniture package. And so the new girl moved in. She wasn't paying for a furniture package. Okay, furniture's got to come out. And so I rip all the furniture out of this unit. And then they're like, well, no, wait, we want furniture in there. I was like, okay. So the office is like, okay, well, you got to pay for the past 12 months of furniture, and we're going to add a furniture package on. And so like this whole thing. So I put all the furniture like in a very specific area because I just fucking knew I was going to be putting all this furniture back. So I was like, I'm not hauling it far. I'm going to put it right here. When I get the phone call, I'll put it back in the fucking unit. Sure as shit. Got the phone call. No, just go ahead and put it back in. But it was only after I was like, oh man, we did fucking sticky note girl dirty, man. Like that girl that moved in there is fucking disgusting. And like Christine was like, oh, that sticky note girl, just put it back in the unit. I fucking knew it, man. Just move everything back into the unit. But that's what I imagine this week, the remainder of this week is going to be. So hopefully by with this going live, I've actually got it all taken care of because starting tomorrow, Saturday, everybody moves in. And I can only imagine the fuckery that it is going to be this weekend. I got one more thick weekend this weekend. The following weekend after that is like another like mandatory because second wave of move-ins come in. I don't know if I'm going to have to take that weekend, but I'm going to be close to being on call in case stuff comes up and I'll have to address. But for the most part, after the end of this weekend, starting next week, I'm probably done. But like relatively done. I'm done working hard. At this point, it's just go backs and just touching up what people are bitching about. Because college students, they're going to bitch.
It sounds lovely. It's almost done.
It's almost done. It's almost done.
That's all you could say.
I'm just going to walk away. Whatever happens from here, happens from here. Oh, yeah. Out of a positive thing about it, my boss has been pretty good for the remainder of this week. Being very good spirits. Keeping
I haven't gotten any text messages.
Nope. Yeah. I'd say for that one day, everything has been fucking smooth. People have been paid. No issues. Nobody's come back to fight me over pay. Work has been done. Shit has been handled. There's a unit. Oh my God. Brad, so bad. I went into this unit before turn. I don't know if we talked about this. These people that live there are fucking disgusting, dude. Disgusting. So the maintenance supervisor, John, he's like, I can't get the Wi-Fi. I can't get the Wi-Fi or the internet in C section to turn back on. Couldn't figure it out. Go to the box, like the electrical panel where like all PG&E shit is at and everything. He's like, yeah, this plug's dead. I can't get it to run. Okay, well, plug's dead. Replace it. He's like, but I'm not getting any hotline out of this. Like I can't, there's no power going to this at all. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's weird. Maybe it's tied to something in the box. We're checking. I'm like tracing the line back and it looks like it goes inside the unit. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Maybe it's tied to inside the unit because this looks like maybe it just was a secondary plug that they installed. I was like, maybe it's tied into the unit. They just tied it into the back wall. So we'll have to, it's probably a bad plug or the GFI tripped or something inside this unit. And the whole time he's like, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Come on, man. Let's just go. Let's get this done. I don't want to be out here all fucking day. So we get keys. We go in, we knock on the door. They open up for us, This place, first off, is about knee-high in trash. The whole fucking unit. There's dog and cat shit everywhere. It smells to high heaven. There's fucking flies everywhere. It's just fucking gross, dude. It's just, it's hoarder status gross. These are kids. Hoarder status gross. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Come to find out, breaker tripped, threw the breaker on, got everything back up. Cool. They leave. During move out time, these people vacate. They're out. Boom. Got no problem. So it's the trash out on that unit is fucking disgusting. First off, there's just piles and piles of dog shit in the unit. So it's like, fuck, dude, this is disgusting. We have to get this cleaned out because if someone's moving into this unit, we've got to detail it. We got to put new floors in. We got to do full paints, clean, whole 9 yards.
Set it on fire.
Bro, absolutely. Should have just burned it with a fuck. So the maintenance guys goes in there because he's trying to get somebody else to clean it out because none of my guys want to touch it. They're like, no, it's disgusting. We don't want to do it. I'm like, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you a lot of money to do it. Just do it. Nope, we don't want to do it. Like, one of my guys was like, no money on the planet would get me to go in there. I said, that's bullshit, but it's not money that I have to give you. Like, if someone comes in with $1 million, I'll trudge through dog shit to clean it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so he calls the maintenance guy calls 1-800-JUNK to come out to fucking clean up the unit. They go in, they're like, all right, fucking this is disgusting, but we'll clean it out. They come outside. I guess the maintenance guy's covered head to toe in fleas. They're like, never mind, we won't fucking touch it. We're not going to touch it. So this place, I literally opened the door like, frag out, and just was throwing flea bombs into this thing, just trying to clear it out. The pest control guy came in. He soaked the apartment twice. And you walk in and it was like fucking Moses parting the Red Sea with fleas. It was just infested.
Oh my God.
It's and they lived there, bro. That's not like this shit just happened to show up. That was there.
Dude, I'm getting like itches.
Yo, dude, it's so gross. So I have to clear this unit. I gotta get it out. 1-800-JUNK won't touch it. I'm like, I gotta find someone who's just hates his life and will fucking clean this out.
So I go to the nearest Shell gas station.
Yeah, exactly. I'm walking the property looking for fucking homeless people, meth heads. Like, I will give you money to come and clean this fucking shit out. And I'm talking everything. Everything's got to go. We're to all the furniture, the carpets, everything. Take everything out of this fucking unit. So I'm trying to fucking figure this out. And one of my workers is like, I'll clean out that unit. I was like, you're going to clean out that unit? He's like, I'll clean it out. He's like, I'll do it. He tells the other maintenance guy, he's like, for $100 I'd do it. So Tony's like, he said he'd do it for $100. He's like, no, not $100, $200. I was like, I will give you $150 and I'll buy you lunch to clean it out. And I'll buy you the whole suit, everything. He was like, done. Shit, solid. So I bought him a fucking Tyvek suit, gave him $150. I was like, go clean it out. Came in this morning. That fucking place was spotless, dude. He mopped the floors, guy. It was spotless. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, tore all the carpet out and everything. My painter will be in tomorrow. Just fucking spray it, put all new stuff in. Dude, solid. I was like, did you burn all? He's like, after I was done, I took all my shit. He's like, I was basically in my boxers and that Tyvek suit. And he's like, I took it all off and threw it all away. He's like, I was just butt naked out in the fucking parking lot, put my clothes back on. It's a good call.
Good man.
Yeah. So
what a trooper.
That was the worst of it, man. That was probably the worst one I saw. And there's a couple gross fucking apartments on that property. That was by far the worst one. Only because it was like at first you're like, oh, it's just dirty, but then you realize
it's moving.
Yeah.
Fleas are jumping. Oh.
It's like that scene in The Mummy where like he's like moving the light and all the scarabs are like scattering across the floor. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. Nope. And Sean, if you're watching that, that's a 6 out of 10 at most. At most. Me and Sean used to have a writing scale on how disgusting things were.
So what was a 10?
There's no such thing as a 10. A 10 is a unicorn. They don't exist. You'll never find a 10. It's
You're
mythical.
Gonna open an apartment door, next turn, Eleanor.
I think the worst I've ever seen is like a 7. Like, I opened a closet door and cockroaches rained like it was fucking in a horror film. That was pretty gross.
Games. Let's talk about games. Oh, man.
Sean had a bad day. He pulled a P-trap out from underneath the sink. You know how P-traps hold all the goop and shit? And it fell like all over his face and everything. He's like, it smelled so bad. Like Kuta, the guy who was working, was like, Sean, just breathe through your mouth, man. Just breathe through your mouth and put the fucking P-trap back. So bad.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. All right, video games. How's Baldur's Gate going? Were you able to figure things out?
I haven't even tried.
Nope.
Nope.
You've given
Nope.
up.
I haven't given up. I had one day, so I edited and then I just went right back to work.
Yeah.
I will figure it out probably Thursday.
I haven't gotten any editing done or recording done at all in weeks. I feel fucking far behind.
Hey, it's okay.
I know.
Happens.
I know. That's right. Money first.
That's
then
why I
hobby
wanted
second.
to make sure. I wanted to make sure that I got this video out because I was like, I know you're in the middle of it. Like,
I'm so happy.
I need to help contribute something.
I'm so happy. You're like, I'm gonna put this out. I was like, for Wednesday? You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I read it like that too. For Wednesday. I was like, yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Oh shit. It's too funny.
It was a fucking. I won't say it's a dead episode because like shit happens, but like
just feels very light.
Yeah, you know, like you're doing stuff, but like it doesn't get to like the bit. It's basically the part where you were like, I feel like I'm not fighting at all. Like I'm just doing a lot of running around, like picking shit up, and I kept like trying to squeeze. I couldn't squeeze anymore. The edits were like taking too much from it. I was like, this one just has to be like. It's like one of those episodes where you're like, okay, something's got to happen in the next episode, right? It's not a lot. Not a lot went down this time.
Bro, that's kind of how...
Even Game of Thrones has filler episodes, okay?
I mean, they usually don't start at episode 2, but you're absolutely right. But that's how I felt with 7 Days right now, at least with Alpha 21. I felt like I've been feeling like most of my episodes are like just fillers. Like there's just nothing happening. Because I spend so much fucking time looting to try and like gain some type of like advantage over the situation at hand. I'm just not. I don't feel like I'm making enough progress.
The amount of looting and the amount of me reading and the amount of me like trying to like look through stuff that's been cut out. When I tell you I made a 30-minute episode out of 9.5 hours of okay, well, 1.5 of those hours I had to just scrap.
We played Baldur's Gate multiplayer.
I want to know all about that. When I was reading those messages, that was the night my girl got off early and I was like, let's go see a movie. And she's like, I want to go see Meg too. I was like, okay. And then you guys all played it. I've never been so like there's FOMO and there's like, I fucked up. Like they have their characters. They have their group they're playing. I don't get this until next go around. I was so sad, but still like you guys kept telling stories. I was like, fucking feed me. Tell me more.
It was so funny. Okay, so Cliff was able to get first off, the first hour of gameplay was us just trying to figure out how to make the mod work. Cliff was like trying to do it by just like adding it to a folder and like dragging the executables around to try and get it to work. I was trying to use the vortex thing. That was fucking up everything. My whole game
Vulcan?
The Vulcan or whatever the fuck it was. It was fucking up.
You have to do direct, right?
You don't have to, but I don't know. No. You don't have to, but like for that specific mod, because it's a complete rewrite for the party stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, just was not working on my end. So Cliff finally, we were doing 2 different ways of doing it because we were just trying to cover all bases because it was taking so fucking long. So Cliff was able to finally get it to work. He was like, perfect, this works. I'm good to go. We can jump in. Cool. So after my whole thing, I had to re-download the game because it just botched. I had to like re-verify files and like
it's not a small download.
141 gigs. I was like, bro, it's gonna be a minute. I mean, it was like 10 minutes I had to download or whatever, but like it was still just one of those things. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So finally jump in and it's cool. Like it just allows 8 players to play together. But the party sizes can be 16 players big. So you could potentially have
everybody has their little boo thing and
yeah, exactly. And you just run around with it. Now we decided not to do that. We kind of sent everybody to camp. But we started it and it's really weird how it works. Like the game doesn't really know what to do with more than 4 party players.
Mm-hmm.
So like, because I was the 5th player that played in, we all hopped in the game. We all decided, okay, Sean rolled dice to determine where we were going to be, what race we were going to be. And so I was like, well, I want to be a fucking dwarf, or not dwarf, a gnome. That's what I want to do. I want to be a gnome. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, everybody else, Trevor picked his, but I'm going to roll for everybody else. I was like, ah, fuck it. Like, roll for me too. Like, make it even. And he's like, you're actually going to be a fucking gnome. I was like, sick. Let's go. So we picked our classes. I went with Druid. Aaron went with, I think he went with Barbarian. Sean went with Rogue. Will went with...
Rogue?
No, Sean was Rogue. Cliff was Bard. Or no, Sean was Bard? No, Cliff. I don't know. There's a Bard, there's a Rogue, there's a fighter. Oh, Will was a fighter. That's what it was. And then I went with Druid or whatever it was. So it was dope. We had fun. We started it all up, immediately hopped in the game. Everybody took their clothes off. We ran through the tutorial naked, did the whole thing. Well, we put it, the mod says because you're playing with more people, the recommended difficulty is Tactician. So we're like, okay, cool. And then as we booted up and loaded the game, Cliff's like first thing was like, well, does it say like for Tactician because like you can have up to 16 people in your party? Like what happens if there's only 5 of us? And we're like, well, we can always change the difficulty later. Holy shit. So we were like, oh, there's more party members. Let's go take on the fucking first like Dreadlord or whatever the fuck his name is. The got our asses whooped. He was just one-shotting us. We're like, Will, run! And like Will's running to the console to get us out of the tutorial. Well, again, because the game doesn't really know what to do with 5 players or more than that. 4 players loaded in the world. I got spawned floating in the middle of the world in the Underdark. And I was like can't move, can't do anything, just floating in the world. And like, of course, my like little gnome characters just butt naked in the Underdark. And I'm like, someone go get a teleporter right now so I can meet up with you guys. So they get Shadowheart. We send her to camp. We were like, okay, we kill the first set of brain bugs. We're like, let's go pick up Asterion. We run up to Asterion. Like we're trying to talk to him to have the conversation or whatever it comes out to. And Will's like behind him, like trying to pickpocket him. He's not even a rogue. Trying to pickpocket him. Asterion fucking realizes he's getting pickpocket. We enter combat. Fucking just demolish Asterion. He's dead. I'm like, all right, he's dead. So I just fucking take his clothes off, loot him. He's butt naked. And then I think Aaron came by and used a resurrection skull. So he just stood up and we're like, all right, meet us at camp. So he just got a naked Asterion back at camp. And the whole time we're just fucking around. There's just a ton of stuff happening. It was like I as a druid, you can shapeshift into different creatures right off the bat. So I'm like a badger just running around, like digging underground and like popping up in different locations. And the whole time Sean's like standing next to me doing stuff. And I'm just like, if there's something to loot, like a box or something, I was just like grabbing the box and then like opening up tab and like dragging the box into his inventory. Just not saying anything. And just like going through more of the game. At one point, Sean's like, oh, like, does anybody need any? I have a lot of items on me and boxes. And so like, I'm like a badger, like stealth in the corner. And he's like, what the fuck? He like takes a bunch of the boxes out of his inventory. And then he's like, turns around to do something else. I like pick up all the boxes, drag them back into his inventory.
Oh man.
So we did a few combat things and it was absolute fucking chaos. So the thing is,
does it still like roll for like who takes turns?
Kinda. Like everybody, when it's your turn, everybody kind of can play at the same time and do things. So we were running into situations where people were attacking at the same time, and I felt like it was almost making combat a little bit more difficult as enemies get knocked and then something would miss or some shit like that. It was consistently I'd be fucking trying to get up to somewhere, and I would always see fucking Will too. We'd be running up together. Badger would dig underground, pop up right next to the enemy. Perfect. I'm fucking striking. Will would just shove the enemy and they just fly. I've got no movement left. I can't go anywhere. Fucking combat done. God damn it. A entire fucking time.
Oh, I want it.
And so we were so Aaron decided he's like this half orc fucking barb, and he's like multi-classed or whatever, and he's just dick out, just fucking he's got 2 torches in his hand. He's all he wants is to find salami so he can dual wield salamis, but he can't dual wield salamis yet because we haven't found him, so he's just got 2 torches in his hand. And at one point he used like a scroll he thought was something else, but it was fly. And so like we're in combat, we're waiting, he's like, bet you've never seen this before. And like none of us are looking, and out of the back of nowhere, he just naked orc with two fucking just come flying past the bodies of everybody and like whack someone's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Oh man.
I talked to a rat in the druid grove, and it like goes into an area because I'm a druid. I can talk to these guys, so it goes in this area. The door is locked. Sean's like, let me open that door for you. He's the rogue. He can lockpick. Perfect. So like Sean's like starting to lockpick, and there's people around, and he's like, Aaron, why don't you play them a song so they'll like come to you, and like that way I can get the lockpick done. Aaron's like, got it. Standing right next to us. Everybody walks up and he's like, what are you doing with the lock? And Sean's like, God damn it. Like, it's got to go through the whole roll check to get him out of the situation.
Oh man. So
we all go in and like we're like looting stuff inside that area. It's a restricted area. So like somebody loots a backpack. Nobody has any qualms of it. I touch the backpack. Everybody that's in there now has to do a roll check to get out of the situation. Somebody's able to get through the roll, makes through, good to go. Fucking Aaron with a barbarian with like, 6 int or whatever is like, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's like, all right, you to jail. It's like, damn it. So we go over. It's like, all right, he's in jail. All right, let's get him out. Like Sean's like, don't anybody move. I'll go get him. I'm like, all right, let's go. Badger out. Like Badger's running up to the cage. He ends up jumping around. Anyway, so we just did this whole thing all night, and it was just fucking this. It was complete and utter chaos. Basically, the only thing we like were able to accomplish was getting to the Druid Grove, finishing that goblin fight, and like getting withers. And we probably spent like 2-3 hours playing. It was fun. It was great. Like it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of like chaos. You know what I mean?
I feel like multiplayer, a lot less story driven, a lot more just fuck around, see what we can do.
The best part of that night is the chaos that is D&D. When you have a group of people like that play D&D, where it is complete fuckery the whole night. You know what I mean? Where it's just like what the shit is happening, and the party's laughing and giggling and shit like that. And that was what was so fun about it. It was so perfect. It was on point. We were just having so much fun, just being stupid and doing stupid shit, saying stupid things like fucking, all right, save quickly. I'm gonna, hit someone and see what happens. And that was fun. That was fun. Other than that, though, it was fucking slow because there's so many players. Combats ended up that fucking goblin fight. I maybe got 2 shots in, and it was just a whole thing waiting for turns. And because we're playing on tacticians, NPCs also hit like Mack trucks, so they're killing enemies while we're still trying to get in position. And it's like, give and take. I really love Baldur's Gate. Like, I think it's a great game. I love that multiplayer experience with friends because of that fuckery, but it was so fucking slow, man. And I don't know if just my mindset as well, because of where I am with work and everything, that I'm just not in it. But by the end of the night, I was like, I don't know how much of that I can do. I can do that like in spurts. If we have a drunk night or a weekend where we're just gonna kick it and play, totally down. But it was like an every night affair, there'd be no fucking way I'd be able to do it.
Oh yeah.
It would drive me insane. It was like last night. We were like playing Project Zomboid. Me and Aaron were in a multiplayer, and Cliff popped in and was like, "Oh, you guys want to play games?" Like, we are playing games. He's like, "Yeah, but do you want to play like Baldur's Gate?" He's like, "Okay, I'm out of here. I'm in Act 3." And just like left Discord. Fuck you too, man.
Fucking Glorf.
Yeah. It was cool though.
But between playing Baldur's Gate and just me and Clorf in the fucking group chat rolling all day, I want to play D&D so bad. And I have no clue what like actual D&D is like. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Because through all this, I stumbled across Critical Role.
Yeah.
Their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I started like watching some of their shit, and like I can see we're slow, but it seems fun.
It is. Yeah.
I want to be across, like exactly what I said. I want to be exactly across the table from Cliff. I want Sean in the middle trying to control everything, and I want you right across from Sean. And I just want to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. When we were doing the Starfinder tabletop or whatever, we had so much fun. And Sean is such a good DM. I think it also comes with just years of experience and like knowledge and stuff like that. Like he's just got the knowledge, he knows what he's doing, so it was a lot easier for him to just kind of manipulate situations. But like when one of us would just be like, we're gonna fuck off in this direction, Sean just instantly was able to like just do whatever with it. Like we were on some fucking mission and we all decided to go to a nightclub, and so he just instantly was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, blah blah blah, blah, and just had it rolling. We were just like, and we ended up at a nightclub talking to some fucking spider creature, getting high on space drugs, and it was like, it was sick. And Sean was just able to roll this like in tandem, and I think that's what doesn't translate well into like Baldur's Gate, is because as much as you want it to be
completely free and open, there still is a story.
Yeah, exactly. You can only do so much, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that by any means, but like actual tabletop D&D is dope. The hardest part is just being consistent with gameplay. If you go weeks without playing your campaign, it's really difficult to get back into that groove, you know? So it's like,
and they're lengthy, right?
I mean, they're as lengthy as you want them to be. You can have single sessions where you sit down for 2 or 3 hours and you just play through a single session thing, but it's not very elaborate or fun. You don't get to do a bunch of stuff. That one's more on rails. But when you have like an actual big campaign, one of the Starfinder like mission, like chapters or whatever like they have to do, it's like, it's a tiny book. It's only like this thick, but it can take up to like 20 hours to complete or whatever, depending on what you do. Like we only basically got through the main beginning portion to like maybe the first boss, and didn't even go to the first boss because we just fucked off. And I think we did like 5 weeks of like gameplay, or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that of that gameplay. We would come over every night, we would drink, we would eat food, and then we just sit down and play for like 3 or 4 hours. It was like, it was dope. It was so much fun, but it's like, you have to commit and you have to be ready to go for like 2 or 3 hours a night. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it sober. Let's do shit face, as Aaron would say.
Yeah.
Guy's got a fucking problem.
Yeah, he's got a real problem.
Yeah.
That's all he
wants. COVID.
God. Yeah, he got the Rona bug.
Yeah. It's that time.
His doctor said he had to take, what was it, suppositories?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big suppositories.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were doing that. I mean,
I've heard about it in like Iceland, but you know, you just figure it's because of all the ice. You just like to do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's whatever. I bought him
off to him fucking
when he farts. I bought him Project Zomboid, and we started playing the multiplayer version. I thought it was gonna be real difficult because I had a bunch of mods and stuff. I didn't know how that worked. Dude, first off, if you're going to have mods for a video game, do it like that game. You want to join a game, it just basically pops up with a thing saying like, hey, the world you're joining, like host or whatever, has mods. These are the mods that he has installed. For you to be able to play it, you have to have these mods. If you want them, please click here. And you just click, and it just auto installs your mods. And you just jump into the game. Fast. It took him like 5 seconds. It's fucking sick. It was amazing. And so we decided to fuck around. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of how the game works. This is how it is. We're just trying and figure out what we do. So first couple days, everything was really smooth. Then we decided to take on a few fights. Aaron died over and over again. I finally died. It's like, okay, we're going to get back into it. Sean has the game. So we're like, hey, Sean, you should play with us. He's okay. Sean loads in the world, dies. Loads in another character, dies. Loads in another character, dies. Like he had a total of like 5 minutes playtime. Every character died instantly. And he was like, I'm done. I'm not playing this anymore. It's understandable. So, okay.
Well, it's a hard game, right?
It's very hard. It's stupidly hard. But the multiplayer version of it is like you're loading into worlds that already pre-exist. And so the problem we were fighting is every time we loaded into like, say, Riverside or whatever, we'd already have been in that area loaded. And so as one of us was trying to escape the area that was like a spawn location, zombies all flocked to that area and then died. We died there or whatever. So there's all these zombies in this area. So every time a new character loaded in, there was no looting. There was no existing. You were just loading in and like, hoping there was nobody in the house with you, and you were just booking it out into the field and just be like, let's just hope I can get away from the zombies before I die. And then if you got a moment of reprieve, it's like, oh, open up the map. Where the fuck am I? I'm here. Let's meet up here. And so it was chaos. It was absolutely chaos. We had a ton of fun, though. I really enjoyed that game. That multiplayer version of that game is actually a lot of fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
Put
me in. How much is it?
$20.
Chump change,
Dude.
Chump change. Let's get weird. Star Citizen first, but then let's get weird.
Oh yeah, no, it's 100%. Star Citizen is on the books for Afterturn. That's the first.
Starfield's out, right?
It's so. I want it to be good. Because when you get in and you're doing like the actual combat and like running through the areas and like shooting enemies and stuff like that, you're like, yeah, this is Bethesda. This is the Fallout. This is the fun I like. It's sci-fi. I'm loving it. I'm having fun. But it's just actually not fun. It's so fucking boring, dude. It is so boring. It's like you spend, first off, it is 2023. There is no fucking reason why UI needs to be as bad as this is. To go from one area to another. Coolest thing is that there is a fast travel. So everything that you've
your fucking paragraph text of
bro, there's no way and it's reality. It's like, okay, I'm on a planet. I need to get back to my ship so I can hop out of here. So you can fast travel to your ship, or you can just go to a new location. It'll say travel. It'll just take you to space. Cool, fucking cool. Now I want to go to another location. Then I have to back out. So like it shows your location on the map, and then you back out and it shows you the planet. Then you back out and it shows you the solar system. And then you back out and it shows you the star map. Now I want to go here. Okay, well, where in here do you want to go? Well, to a very specific. Then you go in. Then you click on this one. Okay, this is where I want. Then it says, okay, warp there. So then you warp. Takes you out of the menus, puts you in your ship, does a stupid little warp fucking loading screen, then goes into an actual loading screen. Then you pop up in your location, but you haven't actually traveled to that location yet. You've only warped to the location. So now you have to open up the map, which is back on here. Then you got to scroll out. Then you got to scroll out. Then you got to scroll out. Then you click on travel. Then it takes you to where you need to go. The whole process is like 3 minutes just to go from point A to point B. That's not a fast travel. You know what I mean? Like, that is just the most inconvenient way of doing things. And it's just...
Need I remind you that one time you were stuck in a star prison, and the entire time that you were trying to get out, I was still just flying to Sean. It's fastish. I spent 2.5 hours at a warp.
Okay. True.
Perspective. Is it intuitive? No.
Yeah, but you could do shit while you were fucking traveling. You can get around in your ship. You go look at stuff. You can move your gear around. This is all just in menu or loading screens. Like,
for 2.5 hours.
I mean, you
can move stuff. You can do stuff in your ship.
You were warping. You could have gotten up and left. You could have done your taxes and then came back. You know what I mean? You could have done something. You can't do anything of this. And not only that, but like, okay, imagine Oblivion or any Elder Scrolls game or any Fallout game. The first thing, you get through the tutorial, the whole thing, get your character made, here's the beginning story quest. This is what's happening. And then you open up into the world and it's like, this is your story quest, but feel free and fuck off. And you have this open world experience where you just go, that's where my main story quest is, but I'm going to go this way. And I'm just going to go enjoy myself and see what's around. You don't do that in Starfield. Every point that you go to is like a specific point. It's like these little mini enclosed little scenarios. So yeah, you could maybe potentially leave and wander the planet, but there's nothing on the fucking planet. There's no like other location. You're not going to find a settlement somewhere on the other side of a location. You can scroll like around the world and be like, I want to land here. And then you just drop down on a fucking planet where there's nothing there. It's just void of wasteland and any inhabitants. So you're just hopping from these solar systems. You're using the shitty ass UI menu to hop from star system to star system to then go to these locations that only have like maybe 1 or 2 points that you just drop on, and every single fucking point is always the same. There's a couple enemies outside, then you go inside of a fucking research facility or something. There's a bunch of enemies at the very end, and then it leads you back out, and then all the enemies respawn. You kill the enemies outside, and you go back to your ship. It's just a circle loop of just bad. The worst part is there's still a lot of fun. It's dope getting a new ship and like building around and fucking around with it and like having armor and guns and finding like all of a sudden I got a purple item. What's the purple item? Oh, it's a better weapon system. Oh, this is kind of cool, you know? And it's like, I want it to be good, but it's just dog shit, dude. It's so fucking boring. And the story is so fucking boring. The tutorial to the first time that you meet like the Explorers Guild or whatever this is it. And I am not lying. And this is not me rushing through this by any means. Fucking cut to Skyrim opening black. You're coming down a mine shaft. Lady's like, hey, you're a miner. Thanks for being a good miner. This guy over here, he's a good miner too. We're going to mine together. Let's go mine this stuff. What's that? That's where we need to go to mine. There's an artifact there that someone wants to buy from us. You got the artifact? You passed out. Why did you pass out? Because you touched the artifact. Oh, there's a guy here now picking up the artifact. Oh, there's an enemy shooting. Shoot the enemy. Okay, here's the artifact. Well, I can't leave. I want to stay here. Why don't you take my ship and be the main hero of the game? Okay, then you go to the guild. Give them the artifact. They say, oh, that's great, but we need more artifacts. Go find more. It's like fucking 20 minutes of just, you're just like, what the shit is happening? And not only that, you're just like, this is the most boring fucking story I've ever played in my entire life. It's so bad, man. Oh my God. I don't know.
Are the graphics nice?
Beautiful. God damn, the game is so gorgeous. And I'm not even running the mod that makes it look better. You know what I mean? It just looks good. It's just fucking, and the physics in the game are dope. Like in space, you can push things around. And like if you knock into them, they actually have like that zero gravity physics. It's sick, dude. It's just fucking boring. It does not hold the attention. It's so boring. Holy shit. And I tried. I keep trying. I put like 4 hours in that game. It's awful, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm okay. I'm okay with it being bad. You know what I mean? I don't know where it all went wrong, but I can't. And the research system and the small little things in game to kind of like, because there's a point of it where it's like you can do base building, you can do outpost building and stuff like that. And so it's Fallout 4 and the outpost. You build an outpost and you can put people there to like, you know, protect the outpost or mine it or have a shipping and trading thing. But it's just like getting to that point just seems so monotonous. It's like, I'm fucking bored, man. I'm bored. I want to kill some Deathclaws and fucking jump around some power armor. If I really wanted to play a Bethesda game that's kind of sci-fi, I'd go back to Fallout 4. And I fucking hated that over Fallout 3. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. Bad.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. I'm not mad about it, but like I kind of expected it to be kind of like, meh, but I was not.
I see, like, I haven't played it at all yet. I downloaded it, haven't touched it. And like I see like TikToks of like people, they're just like, it's fucking garbage. Like, what a boring fucking game. And then you see somebody who's like playing stealth cool, and like it's this guy like sliding fucking invisibly, like decapitating one guy, like silence shooting like fucking two guys, and then like dipping back into the shadows. Like, oh, that looks sick. And then the very next TikTok is like, what a fucking disappointment. This piece of shit game. And then somebody's like, check it out. I made like the Millennium Falcon, and they show like the base building, and then like there's so much like
it's hard 50-50. And the thing is like they're not wrong. The combat is dope. The combat's a lot of fun. The combat is probably
almost makes it more disappointing. Like there's the potential for it to be good. You guys just dropped the ball on some crucial parts.
Holy shit. And maybe it is from us coming from Star Citizen, but flying your ship and doing
I heard it's terrible.
It's so bad, dude. It's like it is literally just scroll your mouse to follow an enemy and click. Oh, they have a shield. Use your missile. Click to fire and scroll your mouse. Click.
So you're not breaking out the fucking flight sticks for it?
You don't do shit with it. There's no need.
Have you tried it with the flight sticks?
No, fuck no. I barely even tried it with the fucking mouse and keyboard. You don't have to do anything. You just move your mouse to move your ship. You're not like, it's not like you're like weaving in between asteroids.
Oh, there's no, like pitch and yaw.
There is, but there's no need. You could sit part. The enemy ships just fly in a circle around you. You just got to move your mouse to follow them to shoot them. You don't do shit. It's the worst. It's awful. Oh, God, I don't know what the fuck happened. I was so ready for a good Bethesda game. It's not, again, I watched Shroud play. And then I watched Shroud's like whole thing about like, man, for me personally, like I love Bethesda games. Like this is a 9 out of 10, blah, 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 blah. If someone wasn't really into Bethesda games or where I could see them giving it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I'm like, I don't know what fucking game you're playing, dude. I don't know what game you're playing, but it's not breaking a 5, dude. It's not even close.
Oh, that bad?
It's rough. And the thing is, it's a brand new Bethesda game, right? Give it a year, maybe it'd be fine. I mean, I found my first bug. I have all these really nice weapons, and I just got this mantis ship. It's sick. It was a storyline, like took you into like a bat cave. It was basically Starfield's version of Batman. So like you go down, you find like this whole thing, and it's this giant cave, and it's this lady who like was a protector and all these things, and like you get the mantis suit, and then you get the ship. It's like the fucking Batmobile. Super dope. Get on the ship. It's got a bunch of like cargo space. It's got an area up top that has like weapons area, and you can put your weapons inside of those fucking things. I was like, oh, this is sick. So I put all my nice weapons that I'd already got, put them all in my fucking thing. I was like, oh, I get to display them as dope. Flew, landed on the planet, went back up to grab my weapons, all gone. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It hadn't been 5 minutes.
New video series. It's you playing Starfield, but it shows no gameplay. It's just your face. Just fucking. Are you
I wasn't. You know what the worst part is? I wasn't even mad. I didn't even have a like a visceral angry reaction. I just went.
That's about right.
Yep, all right. I just in my head is that thing of Todd Howard. Just it just works. Yes, fucking Christ! I swear to God, I was like, you know what? I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected. You know, it's a Bethesda game, and here we are. You know, so it needs some love. It needs some love. It's not No Man's Sky release bad. We're overhyped, under promised. Definitely like Starfield, like people are just overhyping it because Bethesda, and the whole time all the devs top higher are like, yeah, guys, let's bring this down a little bit. I think even everybody on the Bethesda team was like, you guys need to fucking just bring it back. Just you want it here. We're not giving you anything but like here, you know? And so you play it and everybody's like, oh, this is shit. And everybody's like, yeah. Like, I think even Todd Howard came out and he was like, yeah, I don't know what you were expecting. We didn't promise any of the shit you wanted. It's weak, dude.
Oh.
So.
I mean, I guess if we want changes, we can just tweet at Bill Gates, right? They own Bethesda now. Yeah.
Oh, do they?
So
yeah, Microsoft does, right? Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So that's really what we need to do is just tweet at Bill Gates.
Did this launch on PS5 or is it only on Xbox and PC?
Only Xbox.
Yeah.
Only Xbox.
That's here is the best part of Starfield. And I will tell you, this is 100% the best part of Starfield so far as of today. And this is with all the 4 hours and all the bullshit that I have put into this. I didn't spend a dime on it.
Yeah.
I got it on Game Pass. It's completely free. Now, the one thing I did find out is Game Pass and their, like, the way that their API works or some shit like that will not allow you to mod it the same way as though if you were to purchase it on Steam or through the Bethesda launcher. You can't mod it the same. So all the modding community and everything can only be done on the Steam or Bethesda launcher. So unfortunately, I'll never be able to mod my free game, but that's okay because I'm probably not going to play it long enough to mod it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't think
I'll enjoy it for what it is for free.
That's right. And I think
and enjoy is loosely used.
Yeah. I also wonder if I would be trying harder if I spent the money on it.
Yeah.
Touché. Or would I just be more mad because I spent the money on it?
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah. Definitely the latter, but I think I would have tried harder because it's like, oh, I spent $70 on it. I mean, but it's the same thing with fucking Armored Core. I mean, I bought that and have barely played it. I've got like 90 minutes in it or some shit like that.
Well, you also have Turn.
Yeah.
When turn ends, things will change.
Yeah, there'll be an update
Yeah.
for Starfield.
Yeah. Or you'll just have more time. You know?
I mean, I will personally have time because I'm literally turning my phone off and disappearing for like a week.
Yes.
I
As
mean,
you should.
I say that except for during turn, I got a call from one of my Modesto properties that I was like, I actively told them, I was like, I'm not going to work for you guys. Sorry, this is too far, too much headache. The manager that was there quit, just basically burned all the files there. All of our fucking bids and everything we put in, she just deleted everything and then fucking dipped. They put a new manager in and he called. He was like, hey, I really need those bids. We want to get this project going. I was like, we're not really into it. I'll send you the bids so you have them, but I don't think we're going to do it. He's like, no. We really want to hire you. We really want to go with you. I was like, well, the last time I talked, we were in conversation between owners and stuff. They had to get approval. He's like, no, they really want to. They even said like, tell them they can increase the price and we'll take them. And it's like, oh, come on, man.
You turns
Come
are over.
on. Don't dangle money in front of me. Just fuck off. Just don't call me. I want to take a break. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
They released Baldur's Gate on consoles now.
It's on PS5.
It's on PlayStation. It's on PS5, and
Yeah.
you can play split screen on it.
Yes. And so I guess the reason why it hasn't gotten to Xbox yet is because they haven't been able to figure out the split screen problem.
Yeah.
Which is wild. But they said they want to get it out by the end of the year. Well, for me, it doesn't matter. I have PC. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But I also don't have a PS5. But I've been watching people play it on console. Let me tell you what. I found out today you can plug a controller into your PC to play Baldur's Gate, and you can use your thumbsticks to move around.
Oh.
Fully controller supported on the PC.
Wow.
Yeah. So there is a
That's interesting.
strong chance I might give that a fucking go. No more clicking.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, right?
I wonder how the rest of the UI works with it.
I have to imagine it's the same thing as, because it's fully controller support. It's not like half or partial or like, hey, we just have it so you can fucking plug it in. It's full controller support. So everything that they're doing on PS5, I have to imagine is the same thing for PC.
Oh, I just meant like even on PS5. I wonder what it's like, like going through like your inventory. Like if you have one stick that's like your cursor and you're like, come on, you fucking,
well,
yeah,
I
digging
think
through your inventory, going through tabs, try to select spells, shit like that.
True, but I also feel like what would be the best way to play that on PC then is combat, use mouse and keyboard, inventory, use mouse and keyboard, moving your character around, use the controller. I wouldn't mind sitting here dicking around and then needing to just pick up my mouse and click on.
And then like, all right, we're dialing in. He'll need
like, you know what I mean? Like if you sit here and play and then you just grab your mouse to click on things, and then without ever letting the controller down, just click on things to move. I feel like that's not terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of want to give it a shot though, see what it's like, because like I said, I think if I could just turn it into a place where I didn't have to click my character everywhere. Because how many fucking times you've been like, all right, I just need to click here, and then your character's running back because you clicked on
sprinting the other way.
It's like, where are you going?
Or you click, or you accidentally click on like a character that's running by, and like you're at like the 9th time talking to Gale, and now he's trying to fuck you, and.
How many conversations have I had with Shadowheart where I'm just like, bitch, I'm not trying. I'm trying to pick this up. Just please move the fuck out of the way. Move away. We have nothing to say. We haven't had anything to say in 2 hours.
You click to get them to move, and then you go to click back, and they've just done like a stutter step and move right back to the same place. You'd like to talk again?
How many times have you had to like link the group and be like, fucking stay here. Don't move. Don't even look at that trap. Just stay
like a crazy person saying it to your screen.
Yes.
How many times do I have to fucking tell you? You're gonna stay here, you ungroup.
Also found the coolest thing. Conjure familiar, have them run through all the traps. You just reconjure a familiar again.
Huh.
Yeah. Just conjure it, fucking run through, blow up all the shit, reconjure it, run through the next set of traps, conjure another one, blow it up. It's safe. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I've had to, well, not since I turned down the difficulty, but when I was like on like the medium tier and I was like fighting some big boys, I had to get real inventive with how to like fight people.
Yeah. Some people like that. Me, I'm okay to not.
I'm okay to kill them for a little bit. I don't want to fight for 2.5 hours
I will tell
and still die.
I'm really glad that we did wait as long as we have. Like, Will's already beaten the game. I think Aaron is almost to Act 3.
Aaron's behind me.
Yeah.
He's
But
almost
he's
Act 3.
done
Yeah.
everything. He's cleared everything. He's looted everything.
Story wise, he's just behind me, probably in like map and everything. Like he was behind me, but he's a level higher than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, fucking how? He's all, nothing has been unturned.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
I think Sean is in Act 3. I think Cliff is in Act 3. I'm probably the farthest behind everyone now. I just haven't played. But just for wherever we are, at least through Act 2, most of Act 2 for me as well, that changed drastically the multiplayer experience because I didn't miss dialogues. I didn't miss options. I didn't miss trying to talk to someone. If someone was already, how many times you get the little ear icon, find out someone was talking to somebody, but like you're off doing something, or like 3 other people are off doing something else and someone's already in a conversation. It's like, well, fuck, what are we going to do now? It's like, fuck it. Who cares? I already know the story enough to like not give a shit of whatever the choices happen. I'm here to fuck around and that's it. I don't give a shit. I'm just here to help Aaron find his dual salamis. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
All right, kids, tune in next week to find out if Trevor's in prison, and tune in next week to find out more about gaming stuff, because that's what we do here.
Is it what we do here?
Bye.
Bye.